And spell your last name, sir.
B-U-Z-B-E-E. Okay, first I want to thank the Chemical Safety Board. They're obviously a very thorough organization, and the family appreciates their efforts in this regard. We always thought from the beginning, as we said from literally the very first day, that there was chemicals involved in this explosion, which I think would implicate the authority and jurisdiction of the Chemical Safety Board. We're very pleased of the lead investigator. We know that he's a very thorough man, a very independent man, and a comprehensive man. And we know that he'll get to the bottom of why this lid blew off and killed Joe Gracia. I also hope that the Chemical Safety Board would look very carefully at the number of releases, leaks, and spills that have occurred since 2000 at the BP plant. Since this incident occurred, we have been combing the records and have found that in a mere, since 2000, there have been 478 leaks, spills, or releases in that plant. And we think this is just another one that has caused the death of Joe Gracia. So we hope that the Chemical Safety Board will not only just focus on this one filtration unit, but will also focus on the plant as a whole, because there's a major problem with the physical plant at BP Texas City that would allow something like this to occur, and that would allow 478 leaks, spills, releases, or emissions. And we're not talking about those things stopping in March of 2005. Indeed, there has been no change with regard to leaks, spills, and releases at BP Texas City since 15 people were killed in March of 2005. Another issue that there is at that plant, which was an issue here, which is again why we're very happy that the Chemical Safety Board, and very encouraged that they're down here in Texas and Texas City, is that there have been many times, they'll harken back to April of 2007, when 100 people went to the hospital for being exposed to a chemical. And BP said to the public and to all of us that nothing was released and nothing was spilled. Recall that in this very incident, BP also made that statement originally when Mr. Gracia was killed. And but for the fact that the Chemical Safety Board would look into this and get involved, there would not be this investigation. We are going to patiently wait for the Chemical Safety Board's findings, for their conclusions, and for the root cause of this incident. But what we know for sure is that at the plant, chemicals are not supposed to escape, and covers are not supposed to blow off and kill members of the workers' families. And with that, that's our statement. Thank you.
The leaks were since what period?
Since June of 2000.
478.
478. And that's confirmed leaks, spills, or releases. There's been twice that many odor complaints from the Galveston County Health District. All this is public information that you folks can go find. It's out there. We've done an extensive investigation about the numbers of leaks, spills, releases, or emissions, and it happens on a far too frequent basis at BP Texas City. And that's why I hope that perhaps this investigation may lead to a plant-wide investigation with regard to physical integrity and the physical plant out there. That's our hope. But that's the conclusion of our statement. Thank you.
What were the numbers from? Does the city, EOC, who keeps those numbers?
OSHA keeps them. The Galveston County Health District keeps them. Many times, unless you can show that there is a confirmed source, BP will not keep them at all. Okay. But the Galveston County Health District has been the best authority for us, because anytime someone outside the plant or within the plant complains about an odor, a leak, or watery eyes, whatever the case may be, they keep a record of it, whereas BP will not.
You don't haven't found any suit at this point.
Yeah, we found a suit.
Okay, just double checking.
Was Joe an employee of BP, or was he a contractor?
He was BP employee. He was a shift supervisor. All right, thanks, guys.
Mr. Grassi's daughter, the one who read the statement on the court. What is her name?
Her name is Nicole Pena. Pina.
Pena.
Okay. Is there a Pena over Pena?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think that's true.
In the federal,
what?
in the pending federal settlement case, are you participating in the writing of a brief for the victims? And do you know the next?
No, the professor is handling that. And the judge was very particular about what she wanted, and it's right up his area of expertise.
So would that be Monday?
Let's see. He has an 8-page brief due in a week from when we finish. Was that Monday?
Monday.
It's Monday
Yeah,
night.
yeah, Monday.
The brief
So-
is
just
due,
seems
brief
like
is due
long.
Monday.
Yeah,
The
it
following
does.
one is due the following month.
Yeah.
When
Right.
was your
Of course,
release?
I just have to schedule.
It was filed, I guess, a day after, so we could preserve evidence.
A day after the incident?
The incident. Thanks very much.
What is the cause of death? Did he die from?
There's not a formal autopsy or coroner's report, but we have talked to the coroner, and it's blunt force trauma. And there are also burns, whether they're thermal burns or chemical burns, we don't know, but we know that his both hands were burned badly. We know that his eyebrow was burned off. We know that part of his hair was burned off. And originally, I mean, we don't know if it's just a steam thermal burn or
Right.
whether it's a chemical burn, but certainly there were burns, which from the beginning we thought chemicals had to have been involved.
But he survived until the hospital. Did he not?
We're told, and you know, any instance like this, when there's other BP employees, they're very reluctant to allow us to speak to them. They have spoke to Don. We're told that they were able to revive him, or at least get a pulse. BP told the family that he was still alive when they contacted the family. When the family got to the hospital, he was not alive.
You have no doubt it was that he got hit by the
Oh,
lorry.
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So it didn't he fall on his head? He didn't get blown down.
Except that part of his head.
That's why he had to wear the hat. He had to wear the hat in the funeral because of the damage, the extensive damage to the top side of his
Because
head.
he didn't wear hair. I mean, he kept his hair very closely cut. It wouldn't have. They
Correct.
couldn't have cosmetically covered up the head.
Correct.
See, both of those or just one?
Just one.